The company started in 2008. We'd been writing shows since the early 2000s and had a lot of material saved up.
John and I were working on arrangements for other composers that were writing the marching band shows, and we were producing a lot of indoor percussion, but we realized there was a gap missing where one hive mind was working on all of the music that was getting produced. We could do every single piece of music in-house with the same two people.
And I thought, why don't we start our own? Box 6 is an online company that offers an array of indoor percussion and marching band shows.
We've distilled decades of experience as teachers, composers, and arrangers to provide you with a vehicle that no matter what your ensemble level, you're going to get a product that will be successful.
Whether it's the top of independent world or like a junior high regional A show, all shows need a good amount of work to make it great. You need really good music, you need good pacing, you need good ideas, you need a solid concept. From all the experience we have over the past 20 years, and with every new show, all that experience is sort of wrapped up in it. Sometimes the stuff we learn at the top of the activity, world class, a lot of times that connects to our A shows and our regional A shows. Every group deserves a quality product and a quality show. So we pride ourselves on offering high-level shows at every difficulty level.
Anything that you can need related to your music, we provide. When you come, you know you're gonna get quality music, you know you're gonna get all the parts and the scores and the count sheets and main stage files, notation files, MP3s. You get everything you need right out of the box.
So the name Box 6 came from the sheets. There used to be a sixth box, and it was called Setting New Standards. It's really cool. We would love to have a website and a company that sets new standards.
Every show that they've written, every year, is of the same level of quality, hands down.
It only happens because everyone at the company is so committed to being better than the year before.
One of the founding philosophies on Box 6 was understanding that you are always judged by your worst product. So the way we approach that is, let's make sure every show we design, we love the concept when we're doing it.
It's important that we only offer shows we believe in. We would never want to sell a show that we didn't want to perform ourselves or do.
That way, no matter what, we're never phoning something in because we're always providing you with shows and concepts that we were in love with when we did them.
So the typical show design process here usually starts with me having an idea. So I pitch an idea, we agree that's a pretty good idea. And then the outline starts, and then the research starts. And we start finding all the music we think could be interesting, that could work with it. We start laying out different pacing ideas. A lot of work goes in before any music is written. There's a lot of back and forths. It's never as simple as Ian writes the music and then I write the beats. There's a ton that happens in the files. I think that's where a lot of the magic happens too. And then also making sure that recording sounds good. It's super important to us that the MP3s are realistic, so people can actually really have a solid vision of what it's gonna be.
I think one of the most important things that Box 6 offers is the regional exclusivity.
Regional exclusivity essentially ensures that you're not going to wear the same prom dress to the dance as someone down the street from you. We think it's so important to make sure that if you've invested in your creative vision for the season, you don't want someone else seeing another version of that in your local competing circuit.
To ensure that a show is available in a given region, I have it listed in 3 different ways: by school name, by show name, and I even have it on a map so that I can look at the proximity of schools. Even if there's no circuit conflict, I want to make sure that 2 schools aren't too close together where they might run into each other or know each other even.
Having our shows be accessible is one of the most important things for us. One way we ensure accessibility is we have multiple levels within our shows. If we load our website up with a bunch of shows that are too hard, people will still probably buy them because they sound cool. But at the end of the day, they're too hard to pull off, so it's not a great experience. So let's say you have a really good front ensemble, but a more beginning battery. You can do the open class version of the front ensemble and the A class version of the battery, and everything works together. So what now clients can actually just get both and pick and choose what works for them. And that alone creates so much opportunity for so many groups. You buy the show and you don't have to worry about design because it's set up for you. You got a concept, you got great music, get yourself a solid visual designer, and now you as a teacher or a band director can focus on what's most important, which is teaching the kids.
You as a director or a staff member at your program can trust that Box 6 has something for, whether that be advanced, intermediate, or beginner, you will get something that is tailored for your program and that is built with success in mind.
There's a lot of subtle details that happen with orchestration, and those can be filling out details like stickings, pedal marking notations, stick changes, mallet changes, all this stuff that kind of answers a lot of questions the students may have for the educational staff and really helps alleviate some of those potential concerns while still making the show as successful as possible.
Box 6 has incredible design, and that is one massive leg for you to stand on. As someone that teaches at schools that use Box 6 shows, I can say definitively that it makes my job easier.
The peace of mind of knowing your show is done and good, and all you have to do is teach your group. It's like, man, this is pretty sweet.
I think people come to Box 6 because they know they're gonna get great quality music. I think people come back to Box 6 because along with the high quality music, they know they're gonna have great customer service. Professionalism and clear communication is so important because I feel like that's a big part of our identity. Not only are they getting the good music, but they also know that there's another person on the other end of the email who's gonna respond quickly, who's gonna make sure that they have all the information, that I'm gonna answer all the questions for them, and I'm gonna make sure that they're having a good experience and that they have all the tools that they need for a successful season.
From when you buy the show in the beginning of the season until the end of the season, there's a handful of things that can happen with members coming in, members going out, that adds to your ensemble or takes away from your ensemble. What we can do is be there with you every step of the way. If you need an extra part, if you need a part taken away, we can make those adjustments that keeps you focused on the students.
There's a lot of merit to knowing that when you buy a show from Box 6, you're buying the files and the literal show, but you're also buying the support and the feedback from Box 6. I think there's a lot of opportunities to help people along the way if they're encountering any issues on the electronic side of things and the orchestration, instrumentation side of things, offering them the assistance they need and making sure that everyone feels like when they bought the show, they have all the tools they need.
Once they inquire the show, the first thing is always to make sure that no one else in that area has that show, and that regional exclusivity is so important. Once that gets confirmed and they have the show locked in, it's about getting them what they just bought as quick as possible. So going into the score and making sure that their school name is on the sheets. If they have any adjustments to the instrumentation, getting those out as quick as physically possible. Exporting PDFs, scores, parts, click tracks, count sheets, etc. Having that all uploaded into their own website portal. And within anywhere from a few days to a week, they have access to the entire show, opener, ballad, and closer. That process is actually quite a bit of work. We take it pretty seriously to make sure it happens quick, make sure that the product they're getting is clean, there's no mistakes, and then the immediate accessibility of the thing they just bought is huge.
As the operations manager, to me, it's really important that our customer service matches the quality of the music that we're providing as well.
Getting a hold of us is really easy. You just get on the website, you can click inquire on any show, you can get a hold of us.
Or you can shoot us an email at contact@box-6.com.
You can also find us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube with the handle @Box6.